Sorry everybody, I know I've been planning and been promising more Big Irish vlogs, but the weekend came up on me and a lot going on. Also, I know I said something about doing it outside during the day so you can see the property. Obviously that's not happening tonight, but later this week I will get one of those done. Alright, so play Deadlands tonight with some friends. And I don't mean Deadlands Reloaded, I mean Deadlands, the original classic. The gaudy orange book version. Preston Swoyer ran it, and Duane and Dana Cole, and a guy named Steven, who I was pleasure to meet him tonight. And I got to play Richard, which, who's Richard? He actually features prominently in one of the Deadlands Noir interactive novellas that I wrote for that series that's coming out. So you'll be able to find out more about him there. But let's just say this is a character I have long had in the Deadlands universe. I'll leave it at that for now. There's a lot to be revealed. But, oh man, I sort of remembered Deadlands being kind of clunky, but I'll tell you, there are some really elegant bits in that classic game. Really elegant, and amazing rich source material. It was so easy to build Richard the way I wanted, because like the Blessed book, really, just the gifts alone, man, there's just some really cool stuff there. So that was awesome. That was really, really awesome. And we're going to play again. Carinn's coming up on Friday. Help me finish getting the house all ready and prepared for Mom when she gets home from her cruise. And that evening, we're going to go game with them to finish, do part 2 of that scenario we started. 6 Times Epic Adventure Bundle is out. Link-o-rama down below. So, what's up with that? There was a bunch of one-sheet style adventures. I say one-sheet style because they really didn't come out into what would be printed out as one sheet, which was the original intent of the one sheets, which is front and back. If you printed one front and back, you have a complete adventure. And most of them came out 3 or 4 pages, which would be technically, I guess, a 2-sheet. But anyway, it's the one-sheet style, meaning it's very concise. It's an outline of really cool stuff going on that the GM can then expound on greatly. But it is really good stuff there. Some amazing authors on that. Eddie Webb of World of Darkness and Cartoon Action Hour fame. Scott Gorham, publisher of Dakar Unlimited and the Victory System, and also co-creator, basically, of the Omniverse, what's now called the Omnicosm concept, which is still out there. We just kind of tabled it for now, but it's coming, and Scott did some amazing stuff with it. Let me tell you, Rob Davis of the world-famous Rob's Game Group, Vidcast, a series of live play games and video blogging, he wrote one. So I was kind of thrilled to have give him his first outlet for officially publishing something. World famous Steve Perrin, original creator of the basic role-playing rules, co-creator of the RuneQuest series setting, a very famous fantasy setting. Well, for gaming, I mean, Craig Shepard did Glantha, but Steve put a lot of really amazing stuff into RuneQuest, Super World. Did a lot of Champion stuff, a lot of D&D stuff. I mean, Steve was one of the true original core guys, and I was very proud to have him do one of the one-sheets on that. And Miles Kentier, creator and the big thinking brain behind Suzerain, and also guy running Savage Mojo. And I wrote a couple of things too. So there's the 6 that were, and this is all from the Kickstarter. We gave those away basically as bonus goals for everybody who pledged $100 or more, and they're paired with maps created by the Dramascape folks. So you get the one-sheet style adventure linked to a specific Dramascape map. This is how it was set up for the Kickstarter. Everybody who pledged $100 or more got those for free. 6 adventures linked with 6 maps. Well, what I've done now is I've posted them up as a bundle that you can purchase. The full bundle is $15.60, and that gives you not just 6, but 7 actual adventures, because not only do I put the 6 adventures that each get the map, and they come with the map. Me and the guys at Dramascape bundled this together so you can get it all at once in one nice, very, very inexpensive package. But I also threw in the 7th adventure, the 7th one-sheet style adventure I wrote during that time, which was to be linked with, and is linked with, the Mythical Layers actual physical Temple to Sonara piece. But I wouldn't put the adventure in there, which is called Flame Down Below. So, 6 cool maps, 6 adventures linked to those maps, and a 7th adventure as well. It's a really great deal for about what you pay for a single adventure in some cases. So, Savage Worlds fans will get a kick out of it, even if you're not specifically playing Shindar, I think. There's a lot of good stuff there. There's some great writing, some great storylines. And hey, it's going to help me, because I need revenue to keep working. So thank you if you support me and get that. That'd be great. And you'll also be helping my good friends at Dramascape too. So thumbs up there. All right, since I missed doing a Big Irish vlog on Friday, I was gaming, okay, and it got really late, so I didn't vlog. I don't have to, but I should have. But anyway, so I missed doing the vlog Friday. So here's some Kickstarters that I'm currently involved in. Linkage below. Okay, so Accursed, right? The guys, the Accursed trio, as I like to call them. Ross Watson, John Dunn, Jason Marker, Amelia Vaya as a publisher. You guys who backed the Shantar Kickstarter know about this, right? There's going to be a big crossover book done. I'm a stretch goal for theirs, and that means we'll be doing another adventure type thing for them. For their stretch goal. They're doing really, really well, but they need more support because there's a lot of amazing material there, and it's going to kick ass. And they asked me for a quote, and I gave them one. It says basically, we're talking Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters meets Van Helsing by way of Rippers and Castlevania, and I'm stoked as hell about that. It does look really, really freaking cool. Also, Tabletop Castles, they are exceptionally close. They're not over the hump yet, but man, they're so close, and I want those. So pledge and get me my castles and my tabletop town. Because yes, there is other stuff you can get that's more detailed and more crenellation-y, and that's great. But these are beautiful and they're simple. Boom, flat, unfold, boom, go. These are the kinds of things that are easily transportable to conventions, so you can have a 3-dimensional experience at a convention table. So I'm really, really happy about this, and so make it happen. Aethermancy, which is a book of magic to add to the core Aether system by the Silvervine Games guys. I'm sorry, not Silvervine, I apologize, Silver Griffin. But these guys are awesome, right? They're really wonderful people, and I'm really, really stoked to get behind it. Theirs is basically a grittier version of Savage Worlds, but I really want to explore this, and you can, if you haven't gotten involved with it, you can pledge at levels that get you both the Aether core game as well as the Aethermancy magic rules. And then finally, Divine Instruments for Part-Time Gods. That's my buddy Aloy. They've hit the mark, but they've got lots of cool additional stuff going on, so take a look at it. Again, links all down below in the show notes. Let's see. Alright, so people have expressed a lot of interest in me talking about our games that we run amongst the Silvermeat and Group 88 crowd. Basically, the games I run at home. The Silver Unicorn Pub games. As well as the other games that are going on in our group. So we're going to start posting up summaries of our events, but I'm also going to talk about them here as we play them on the Big Irish Vlog. But I figured some foundational discussion, just to kind of give you an idea of what's coming. Probably the most important campaign. Not to say that the others aren't special and awesome. They're all very, very special and awesome. But in terms of important stuff happening in that campaign, and it is all continuity. My games, I get to make them continuity because, well, it's me. So anyway, this game I've actually been running for a while for this crew. It features the characters of Zaida, played by Susan Knowles, who is also the characters known as the Seeker. Kelios, or as I say, Zaida is also Yulin Arati, but she's more than Yulin Arati, as it turns out. For those of you who are aware of some of the stuff coming in the legendary stuff, she is in fact Offspring. She recently found that out. Kelios, Dragordian, her friend and guardian, somewhat famously known now as the Librarian Mayor Lieutenant Fiona, now Archmage Fiona, played by Carinn, a Freelander human. One of the famous O'Hallorans. Actually, I think she's the eldest of the O'Hallorans, or one of them. Copper, which is Betty's ogress character, the one who refuses to use real weapons, so she has a blessed dock pole. Prince Sidman of Hispan, aka Sid, played by Basil Burchicus the third. the guy who came up with the famous quote, by the way. It's like Lord of the Rings meets Die Hard. That's the guy who plays Sid. Gore, played by Michael Knuckles, a expatriate builder who has joined forces with these heroes to help them save the world. And his companion / adoptive daughter, Fairly, also human, but not from Shinetar. She's from another realm on the planet of Starfall. And she's like a steampunk, very colorful, cowboy-esque kind of character. So it introduces a very interesting element from beyond the veil that really speaks of what else is out there for the Shinetar setting. And then there's their allies, which includes Edward, a former captive now but fully invested expatriate from the prelacy of Cayman, who's completely in love with Zaida, and they are a couple now. Milikos, an elven archer of very high skill and renown, who fell in love with Fairly, and they actually have a child on the way. And then, I hesitate almost to say this because it hurts me, but Goliath, which is a assault golem that Gore got a hold of and reprogrammed, essentially, and it follows them around, and it uses it in really creative ways. So anyway, this group is involved in a campaign called the Traveler Enigma. The Traveler Enigma is attached to the bigger story arc that's called the Merchant's Gambit, which there's major, massive reveals coming where that's concerned for everyone involved in Justice in Life and otherwise. But the Traveler Enigma specifically deals with the story of Cheyenne the Traveler, an early Archmage who accidentally discovered time travel and bounced around mostly out of control, but during her time she was able to figure out a few things and help put some things in motion towards what is intended to be the final effort, the final plan that the Starfather had when he shattered the Eternity Spire. And everything changes by the time they finish this campaign, and I do mean everything. So it's pretty big, pretty important story that feeds into everything else that's going on. But it's not the only big and important story that's going on. That's the cool part. So anyway, that's the foundation of that particular campaign that we've been playing semi-regularly. I've not been able to run it because I've been up here, but we'll start talking about what's going on with them. Up to this point, they've been collecting pieces of something called the Tablet of Cheyenne, or Tablet of the Traveler. Each piece actually has a portion of her own essence embedded, and as they get more pieces of this thing together, the spirit that's attached to it becomes more coherent and more cogent, and it is able to give them further information and guidance, and is ultimately going to reveal to them what they have to do next. And they're almost done collecting up those pieces, and they've also finally acquired something called the Aether Labe, which is supposedly vital to being able to navigate the mists of the Veil. So, some really interesting, very high-end stuff going on there. All right, well, that's going to be my thing for tonight. No GM tips and tricks. That'll be another night because I've rambled. All right, so I'm going to get back to get a little bit more work done tonight. But hey, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are. Peace out.